Okay, we're doing the next bit of Pilates lying on your back. So make sure your head's well supported. You've got a nice long neck. Your shoulders are in a neutral position. Hands by your side. We're going to focus and concentrate on keeping your back flat on the mat. Your back's in a neutral position. Okay. So your knees are bent. Your feet and knees are in line with your hips. Very important to keep things in line while we stabilise the pelvis. Okay. So we're going to go through the routine of, if you draw your belly button gently down towards the floor, using 40% effort, nice and gentle. Focus on your breathing, in through your nose, out through your mouth. So it's important to stabilise and get the breathing technique corrected. Okay? If you put your hands on your lower ribs and your middle fingers are just touching, keep your hands still and then just feel your ribs gently come away from your hands by drawing, using the obliques muscles at the side. Just draw your ribs gently away. So you've got your belly button engaged, you've got the ribs down engaged, and then focus on your breathing. Okay? The next thing we're going to work on is the pelvic floor, which we're all getting good at. So we're going to build the box and bring the sides together gently. The front and back, sacrum and pubic bone comes together to create the box. The base of the box goes up inside, takes your breath away a little bit, and focus on your breathing, in through your nose, out through your mouth. So you've now stabilised the pelvis. You can put your hands by your side, right? Now we're going to do a single leg heel slide, about an inch from the floor. Nice, slow and controlled. Place the foot, and make sure your feet don't come together. So your feet and knees are still in line with your hips. So nice control. Same time you're doing this movement, belly button's engaged, ribs are down, build the pelvic floor in your mind, and breathe. And I will be repeating myself, because as you're doing this, you'll forget to do some of the muscle contraction. So just switch on, draw your belly button in, bring the ribs down, build the pelvic floor, build the box, focus on your breathing, in through your nose, out through your mouth. So this is nice, slow, controlled. You're also building up an awareness of how your lower back is positioned. It's basically down on the mat. You'll feel that sensation of keeping your back on the mat while you do a slow single leg heel slides. Belly button, ribs, pelvic floor. We're going to do 2 more of these. Slow and controlled. Last one. And relax there. Okay, we're going to have a little stretch. So if you bring your knees into your chest, grab your knees, feel that stretch into your hips, your glutes, and then you can do little circles to massage your lower back. Rotate your knees clockwise and anti-clockwise to get that little massage of your lower back onto the mat, onto the floor, which is quite pleasant, okay? Because we're going to build this up and you're going to get a bit tight after the end of this session, okay? So this is the kind of stretches you can do. We're going to lengthen your lower back. If you put your feet back down, if you drop your knees over to one side gently and look the other way and just lengthen the lower back. Same time, make sure your belly button's engaged, the ribs are engaged. You build the pelvic floor, it's on all the time while you're doing it, even your stretching, alright? Focus on your breathing. Nice and relaxed. So once we've lengthened the muscles of your back, we're going to go to the next stage of this exercise. Okay? So this time, feet and knees in line with your hips. Put your hands out in front of you, palms facing in, thumbs pointing upwards. Okay? Flatten your back into the mat, so you've tilted your pelvis. Draw your belly button down towards the floor. Focus on your breathing, in through your nose, out through your mouth. Bring the ribs down towards the pelvis. Focus on your breathing again. Okay, we're going to build the pelvic floor in this position. The sides come together, front and back come together to create the box, and then the base of the box goes up inside like an elevator going up inside, takes your breath away a little bit. Focus on your breathing, in through your nose, out through your mouth. Again, you're going to have to get more awareness of your lower back stays on this mat. If you have any discomfort at any time, you stop and stretch and then start again at a lower level, okay? So we're now stable. We're going to do a single leg tabletop, 90 degrees hip, knee and ankle. And balance the drink on top of the table. Hold that position while you focus on the stability of the pelvis. Bring your belly button in towards the floor, ribs are down towards the pelvis. Build the pelvic floor in this position, creating a strength around the pelvis while you have a weight on the table there. 90 degrees position, so your brain and motor control is all being educated as well. Shoulders are in neutral, nice long neck, well supported, and good arm position. Okay? Now, this is a good position. Let's see if we can do the other side as well. Lower that one down. Let's have a look at the other side. And again, 90 degrees hip, knee and ankle. Draw the belly button in, bring the ribs down, build the pelvic floor, build the box. Focus on your breathing, in through your nose, out through your mouth. And again, you've got a weight of a drink on top of this table. Hold that position, you have to be stable. So I'm happy with the positioning. So Leslie's going to be doing some single leg table tops. Off you go. Nice, slow and controlled. The information I'm going to be giving is, I want 90 degrees hip, knee, ankle. Think about the weight being held for a couple of seconds before you do the other tabletop. I'm also thinking I want the belly button engaged, the ribs are coming down, and the pelvic floor, the box is being built, and then focus on the breathing. So I'm going to just repeat, so it goes into your subconscious, okay? So again, draw your belly button in, ribs are down, build the pelvic floor, build the box, focus on your breathing, 90 degrees hip, knee and ankle, positioning is very important, stabilize, shoulders are in neutral, nice long neck, everything's in control, we're getting quality movement, slow and controlled each time. So the next tabletop, Leslie's going to hold that tabletop, 90 degrees hip, knee and ankle with a weight on top of the table. She's going to focus on the belly button engaged, the ribs are down. She's going to build the pelvic floor, build the box, and focus on the breathing. So she now is in a strong position to go on to the next part of the exercise. So Leslie's going to go into a heel slide while her arms go back at the same time. But what is important is you're going to choose what position you go into. So Leslie's going to do a demonstration of half that distance. So we're going to go into a half distance slide, because everybody has to start practicing which is the best position to keep the lower back flat on the floor, because this might be too difficult for yourself. So you have to work within your range. So we'll go into a full range one as well. So that's quite advanced. You go into a full range slide and your arms go fully back. If you feel like your back is lifting, it's too much of a lever. The levers are too big. So I want you to make some adjustments. So even if it's a very small heel slide and your arms only go back a couple of inches, I'm happy if you stick to what's good for you and you learn the awareness of what's happening in your lower back on the floor. Keep your lower back flat, belly button's engaged, ribs are down, build the pelvic floor, build the box, focus on your breathing and repeat. Just get that control, slow it right down, take your time. And again, if you get any discomfort, you stop, you stretch, and then you come back and you do a bit less than this. Less is more in Pilates, okay? It's about getting it correct. So we're going to do 2 more of these. Again, belly button, ribs, pelvic floor. Breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. Okay, now we're going to have a little stretch, okay? So again, bring your knees into your chest. Pull them into your chest, you're stretching your glutes and hips. And then we're going to do those little circles, so you get a little massage in your sacrum and your lower back. Little circles clockwise and anti-clockwise. And then we're going to do lengthening the muscles. Drop your knees over to one side, look the other way. Keep your shoulders down the best you can do. And again, the pelvis is switched on all the time. Lower abdominals, the pelvic floor, the ribs are down. Stabilizing through movement. Okay, this is important. Now, we're going to go to the higher end training, and this is very high, so I want you to be very aware of your body, and if you get any discomfort, you must stop and go back a stage. Okay, this is very important to be aware. So, flatten your back into the mat, so it's a pelvic tilt. Draw your belly button in towards the floor, bring the ribs down towards the pelvis. Focus on your breathing, in through your nose, out through your mouth. We're going to build the pelvic floor, build the box. The sides come together, front and back come together. The base of the box goes up like an elevator, takes your breath away. Focus on your breathing, in through your nose, out through your mouth. You're now stable. Put your hands out in front of you, palms facing in, thumbs pointing upwards, shoulders are in neutral, nice long neck, well supported head. Okay? One leg at a time, you're going to a double leg tabletop, one leg at a time. If this is too difficult, you go to single legs. So listen to your body, it's very important. Make it for you, right? This is not for everybody. So in this position here, still concentrate, belly button, ribs, pelvic floor, you're stable. And I want to do is a single leg heel tap, close to the backside. And the focus is, the drink is staying on that table, while you do the heel tap, and then you put it onto the other table. So always think about the drink is going to be held still while you do the heel tap. 90 degrees, hip, knee, and ankle, very important you get that positioning. Belly button's engaged, the ribs are down. Focus on keeping your lower back flat on the mat. Breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. Swap the drink over to the other table. Control that table while you do a heel tap. So there's a lot of precision here. Your shoulders are in neutral. Nice long neck, belly button, ribs, pelvic floor, all working well and breathing good. So we're going to advance this one. Hold that position there. This is going to be going into, this is where I want you to really concentrate on what happens to your lower back. This is very advanced. So I want you to start with doing half the movement. Okay, half the movement. Heel slide with your arms going back, but half the movement. And once you get used to that, if you're happy that you can keep your lower back flat on the mat, ribs are down, pelvic floor is engaged, you're happy with that, you can then increase the distance that you move. Because there's big levers going on here, and you've got no support with no feet on the floor either. If you get any discomfort, I want you to go to single leg work. But if you're happy, you continue to do the full range. Or if you get tired, adjust the range. Go into half or even a quarter of the distance to perform this correct. It's all about feeling what's happening to your lower back. Keep your back flat on the mat. Be aware of that. Belly button's engaged, ribs are down, pelvic floor, and breathe. In through your nose, out through your mouth. So we're going to a stage now that the stamina and strength is needed to continue doing this at a quality position. Don't forget, knees are 90 degrees, ankle and hip all at 90 degrees. So position is important. Keeping the back flat. It's starting to go into a bit of stamina work now, so it's going to get harder. If you're up to this is where we go to the sports athlete level. You're going to go into a double leg heel slide, double leg. But if this is too much, you can't keep your back flat, you go into single leg heel slides. So don't forget, this is double, this is very advanced. Belly button, ribs, pelvic floor, very advanced work. If you get any discomfort, please stop, stretch, go back a stage into single leg work. So this is going into the athlete's level, very, very tough. So we're going to do 2 more of these. Last one. Keeping everything stable and rest. Fantastic. Well done. And again, we go into our stretch. Again, bring your knees into your chest. Stretch the hips and glutes. And then do the little circles with your knees to get that little massage of your lower back. And then we're going to lengthen the muscles of the lower back and glutes. Drop your hips over to one side. Keep your feet on the floor, knees bent. Breathe. Keep everything stable every time. And relax there. Okay, so our next exercise is we're going to go on to our side.